Hello YouTube, and welcome back to yet another edition of Stories from the Friendzone, the segment where we go to the Friendzone subreddit and make a podcast. Did I make the right decision? Hey everybody, so let me just start this post off by saying that I am someone looking for some advice, not justifications for my actions or support for my situation. There was this girl I met in my freshman year in university. I was instantly attracted to her, and we began to talk during similar lectures we had together. We would study with each other, and as a result became somewhat close to each other. About a month or so, I explained my feelings towards her, and she responded by saying she wasn't sure if she could handle the idea of a relationship and all. Little did I know that around that time, her ex-boyfriend, who previously dumped her because he didn't want to stay in a long-distance relationship, wanted her back, and she accepted. After this came to my realization, we began to hang out less and less, eventually to the point where it was just uncomfortable for me to be around her, and texting became hollow and generic. This year, we both returned as sophomores to our university, and we were reacquainted at an annual party. She was extremely happy to see me and asked how my previous relationship was going. I started dating someone else towards the second semester of last year. I explained that I had broken up, and I asked her about her situation, and she explained that her boyfriend dumped her once more because he wanted to be single for his first year of university. So about a week later, I mustered up the courage to ask her out. She responded by saying that she wasn't sure if she was ready for a relationship and that she just broke up with her boyfriend. I told her we could take it slow, and she agreed. The following week, we attended the same party, and while I was drunk but still aware, a few of my friends had asked her about the situation between her and myself. They told me that she said that me and her were just friends. For me, this was the final straw, and from that night on, I pushed her out of my life, ignoring her texts, avoiding her in person, and generally not paying her any attention. But before you say I'm being an asshole, because I don't accept being in the friend zone, let me just stop you there. I didn't break off contact with her because she friend zoned me. I did it because I realized just what kind of person she was. Someone who couldn't own up and tell the truth. Someone who would rather lie than be honest to someone they say they care about and like. In my opinion, it's just pathetic. I would have loved to be a friend if she told me the truth, but unfortunately I couldn't accept her actions to be worth my time. So I ask you, did I make the right decision? Yeah, I mean, you cut her out of your life, that's fine. I mean, don't be an asshole, which I don't think you're being an asshole. You just, kind of realize that maybe she was leading you on, maybe something a little different. I don't know. When you got a chick and she's got an ex-boyfriend and they were long distance and, he's starting university and he's dumped her for, that's a fucking volatile situation. You don't really want to get into that, right? I mean, I don't know. You're also in university, so can't you just meet other chicks? Why is it gotta be this one? You're fine. Just don't talk to her anymore. What is the right thing to do? Final post. I have been on this sub for a year now, and it was amazing on how many people have gone through the same shit that I've been going through. If any of you read my last two posts, you can see that this shit is not easy at all for me. Here it is, and should be my last post on this sub. I left you guys off with me and her chilling over... God damn. Oh god. Yes. I left you guys off with me and her chilling over her house and hot tubs and shit. So from that point, I have been getting even more closer to her than before. It came down to the point to where I thought she liked me. So fast forward, I ask her out on a date and she agrees to it. BTW, this is like a month ago. So when we get dinner and I decide to walk around so I can ask the question that I have been dying to know about. The past 5 days I have been going crazy because I have been so nervous about asking her out. So the time comes. Everything is perfect. So we talk. Then I pop out the question. And it's a no. So fuck me, right? Not exactly. She explains how she is stressed with school and her music life, and how she can't be in a relationship at the moment. So I took that well. No, I didn't. For some fucking reason, my fucking ego wouldn't let me stop. 2 fucking years of fighting for this girl just to like me. This is not going to stop me. So let's move on after. I tried to distance myself away from her, and it sort of works. So somehow it fucking works, and now the next time I see her, she's a lot more touchy-feely, and she lets me go into her pants and shit. I'm not going in depth, but that's what happened. So Halloween is on its way, and just to save time, I went over her house after a party. Me and my friend and the girl and her friend. We all knew each other, so it wasn't awkward. So it starts out us cuddling, and so are the other group. When the night is coming to an end, my friend and her friend go across the basement to a futon that she had. So now she's really into me. I can see the tension on her eyes. So now I am facing her, and I gotta read this sexy. So now I'm facing her face, and then I just fucking did it. I finally kissed her. Now we are making out, and she's really into it. So fast forward 5 hours, and it's like 6 a.m. We slept together. Sleeping. So her friend and my friend went outside to watch some sunset, and now it's just me and her alone. I start to make out with her and do more things than last night. Now a lot of other shit goes on with my friends and her, and it's a pain in the ass. There's the senior dinner cruise that my school puts together, and it's like a dance and dinner. My plan was I was just gonna ask her what the hell she wanted about what we have. When I asked her, she said she really likes me, but she doesn't want a relationship because she thinks that she won't contribute because she is busy all the time. So I pretty much just go to the friends with benefits part, that in which she says yes to. But I wanted to be her boyfriend with a title. She's not going out with any guy. She only wants me, but I can't really have her. She said we can still go out and shit, but not like that. I have been working my ass off for the past 2 years getting out of the friend zone, and now that I'm out, I'm not happy with the outcome. Guys, I did it, but what is the right thing to do? Don't worry about the title and all that stuff. I mean, so what? You're trying to bang her. I mean, that's... And plus, she's not gonna put a bunch of time into this. You know, she already told you that. Why do you want to be with someone like that, first off? And then second off, who fucking cares about whether you're the boyfriend or you're the friends with benefits? Just don't get an STD and don't get her pregnant. And yeah, you know, she's gonna be more touchy-feely when you're away, cause, you know, you're not trying to fucking text her and hang out with her and fucking be with her all the time, you know? If she spends less time with you, then she, you know, she values that time more. Just what's gonna make you happy, dude? I mean, she finally kind of agrees to maybe you get to have sex with her, and then you're still trying to fuck it up with the, but I want to be your boyfriend. Nah, just don't even worry about it. Just be fucking cool, dude. She lets you, okay, you're gonna have sex with her, so what more do you want? You want a fucking title too? Title doesn't mean shit, really. Great. She and I kissed, but now I'm in the friend zone. I kissed my crush a few weeks ago, lips on lips, and I spoke with her earlier today about being in a possible relationship. She told me just wants to friends. If we kissed each other, why would she not want to be together? Probably because you fucking 13 years old. She probably doesn't know what a relationship is. Don't pressure her on it. Just chill, you know? I mean, okay, you got a kiss out of her. That's a good thing. You were able to do it. You were able to do more than 80% of this subreddit, I would say. So congratulations, but just chill for a minute. Okay? Maybe try to do it again, but not really, don't really push for a relationship because that just makes it weird. Just be cool about it, Just be fucking cool. Fuck. Am I the only one replying to this? There's like 1 comment, 2 comments on all of these. Oh God. I, 23F, friend-zoned my friend, 25M, and I need help navigating this. TLDR, dated a friend, romantic feelings never developed on my part, broke up with him, fear that maintaining contact will lead him on, wondering if I have to cut him out of my life completely. Age-old debate of whether girls and guys be just friends. Throwaway just in case, I'm really stressed and need advice. I've been in one relationship or another for 3 years now. I got severely dumped by one boy I dated for most of that time and decided I need to take this newfound alone time to enjoy being single. This worked out wonderfully for a while, but then I met a new friend at a social gathering. He seemed to take interest in me immediately and asked me out for coffee the same day. I obliged, as he was really nice. It didn't mean it had to go anywhere romantic, right? Several weeks pass of randomly meeting up, and he asks if I want to date seriously. I explain that I am currently enjoying being alone and working on myself for the foreseeable future. He seems to understand this, but maintains contact, keeps offering his time to hang out, etc. Being honest, perhaps I did enjoy the attention from a nice guy after my heart was broken months prior. I admit I was responsive and kept spending time with him. However, it's safe to say that I felt pressured to date him. Pressure from both himself and the mutual friends we share. I gave it a shot and we dated throughout this past summer. He proved to be such a nice guy, so respectful to my family, cares about me, and is very supportive of me. He even held my hand when I had to put my cat down at the vet. However, it was a mistake looking back. I should have listened to my gut and not given into pressure, as no romantic feelings developed in me. In hindsight, I dated him because I felt obligated to after agreeing to coffee dates and outings for so long. I became stressed and worried about this. Meanwhile, his feelings towards me were progressively getting stronger. He even said he loved me, and I couldn't return those words. I realized that I was still in a time where I wanted to be by myself, so I told him this. He took it very hard emotionally. I admit to not telling him that my romantic feelings didn't match his. We broke up and I moved away for a job placement, 1 year, at the end of the summer. Since then, he texts me usually every day, wants to call 2 times a week, and on several occasions has suggested he come visit. I admit to allowing this to continue. I am responsive to his messages, but I certainly don't flirt or encourage him to visit. I rarely text him first. Instead of telling him I don't want him to visit, I usually make up an excuse / say I'm busy, which I know is wrong. I would want to keep being friends with him, but I worry that I'm leading him on by doing so. I don't feel it's possible for him to truly be just friends. Does this mean I cut him out of my life altogether? I worry that he may be waiting until my job placement ends in 1 year in hopes I will then get back together with him. It makes me angry because I feel like I'm still in a relationship with him by allowing him to hold on. I just want to be alone and focus on my new job and town. Any advice is appreciated. I feel like I already know what to do. Be more honest with him, but just need some clarity on the issue. Please be honest. Just stop talking to him. Why do you do this? Why do you say that, you're okay with him meeting up and you let him, this whole thing of he let him take you out on so many dates and shit. Basically paid for so much of your shit that you're like, oh yeah, this guy seems cool. I'll hang out with him for a while. And I get that I do think that you gave it an honest effort to try to, really like this guy, but, he just, I don't know, he's too needy. he's not cool enough. Maybe he's not ambitious enough, or, there's just that spark that is not there for him. And that's fine. But, you gotta stop talking to him. You gotta start dating someone else. Date some other nice guy. I mean, you're probably hot. Just start dating some other nice guy. See if you can fall in love with him. Give him a ride too. It's probably a really bad advice. Probably. So I'm just gonna say, just like you said, just focus on your job. But stop talking to this guy, seriously, because he's gonna get fucking weird about it. I mean, if he finds out where you live and he fucking comes over and you're kind of okay with it, but he's not gonna be the dude that you want him to be. So just don't even entertain it, You got what you could get out of him, and now it's like coming back at you, and you don't want to be a part of it. Just stop. Trying to get back out of the friend zone. Help. So last year, I met this really awesome guy in residence. He fell completely in love with me, which scared the crap out of me because I've never had someone like me that much before, and I've never been in a relationship. We went on 3 dates, held hands once. After the 3rd date, I could tell he wanted to kiss me. This off course freaked me out, and I panicked, avoiding it. Later, I told him I just wanted to be friends. Cried after that. Spent 4 months apart, thought it was the right decision. Now that school is back in, and I'm seeing him all the time as we have the same friend group, I'm beginning to realize I did like him back. I can tell he's trying real hard not to like me, and is kinda still hurt from me friend zoning him. But this is killing me. I really like him and regret telling him, and I just wanted to be friends. Should I tell him that I do like him back? And if so, how do I go about it? Yeah. You gotta make the move then. You gotta put yourself out there then. He did that for you and you shut him down. So if you absolutely know for sure that he still likes you, you gotta fucking do something. You gotta put your hand on his hand or something. You gotta give some kind of signal. I think it would be fair. But that's only if you know that you're gonna end up in a relationship. If it finds out that he actually wants to get away from you or something, and it doesn't sound like that's gonna happen, or if it ends up that I wanted to be in a relationship with you, I actually liked you, and then you get in a relationship and you don't like him, that's gonna suck. So make sure that's not gonna happen. But, do something small. Really weird situation. 0_0. So I've been talking to this girl for about over a year now. For the past few months after we first met, I really didn't have an attraction with her. I thought she was cool, attractive person, but overall I had no plans of dating or anything. Anyway, at about 5 months in our friendship, we were really starting to enjoy each other's company. We were becoming truly best friends. However, I was going through a hard time and something occurred that sent me into a major depression. I reassured her that perhaps we ought not to continue being friends, for I didn't want to bring her down with the events of my life. She refused and wanted to be even closer with me, which completely took me by surprise. She told me that she loves me, as a friend, of course, LOL, and she wants to continue our friendship. By this point in time, I began to love her. For 3 months straight, we stayed in insanely close contact with each other and refused to go one day without meeting or talking or some form of communication. She propelled me out of my depression, sorta, and I wanted nothing but to be with her. It was at this time that I admitted to loving her, and she did too. We're not exactly GF and BF or anything. I think I'm in some sort of ultimate friend zone? XD. I have literally no idea what's going on between us. It's been like this for several months. Like any relationship, we've had our ups and downs, but here we are more than a year later. Still enjoying each other's company. So, am I in some sort of limbo of the friend zone? The edge of friend zone? I ask that anyone give me a bit of advice on what's happening and maybe how to handle the situation, I guess. : P, thanks. Dude, if Friendzone was a fucking planet, you would be the only one on it. You are in the Ultra Zone. You are in, it's like that movie Cubed. Like, you are in that friend zone. Your friend zone just becomes more friend zones. Every time you walk through another friend zone dimension, it's like a completely different and worse friend zone. Yes. Have you kissed this girl yet? Have you done anything? Has anything happened? All that I've gotten is that you just have hung out with her every fucking day. You've been at her beck and call for every fucking day. Come on, dude. What is this about the depression? Were you like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself unless you be my friend, this and that? Come on, dude. You know, I don't want to dig deep into that, but don't guilt this chick into being your friend. And then also, I don't know, do something. I don't know what caused this depression or whatever, but you gotta pull yourself out of it, and you just by yourself, or with the support of, your therapist or AA group or fucking whatever. But, I don't know. Why don't you get away from this chick? Why don't you try to find another chick? My friend zone theory. Disclaimer. This is something I've been thinking about and based on my own experiences seems to make a lot of sense. People generally think the typical friend zone resident is some guy/gal who thinks they deserve a man/woman's love because he/she does and gives everything for him/her. But that's not the case. My theory is that a friend zone resident doesn't think he/she is entitled to a SO love, but is rather afraid of losing them. In my own experience, I've noticed that when a girl I like is single, we would talk nonstop, hang out, cuddle, even kiss, and when I confess my feelings for them, they reject me, but the talking, hanging out, cuddling, and kissing would continue, even though it is now clear they are just friends and will never date. Now, this type of relationship of constant interaction and low levels of intimacy is exactly what a real relationship feels like. But then suddenly, your friend gets a boy/girlfriend, and it all stops. Suddenly, you're not talking as much, and all forms of hanging out cease to exist. It's almost as if they have broken up with you. So you see, it's not that those who live in the friend zone think they are entitled to a person's love. Rather, it's that they are afraid of losing the connection they have with that person. And in their mind, having a real relationship with a commitment is the only way to ensure that the person they like will stay and their relationship will continue. These are my thoughts on the topic of the friend zone. If you feel this really hit the dime on people in the friend zone and how they feel, please expose this to any relevant subreddits you think this post belongs under. No, that's not going to be happening. But I feel like this entire post was a really passive-aggressive way of explaining what happened to you. So it sounds like this chick was hanging out with you all the time, but then ended up with a boyfriend. And then she completely forgets about you? Yeah, forget about her, dude. Fucking, what are you guys doing in the friend zone? Come on, guys. Chicks got dudes so fucking messed up that they're fucking thinking about the friend zone for fucking days. This guy has a fucking friend zone theory. Are you fucking kidding me? This wasn't even, so you didn't even you didn't even explain what your theory was. All you did was explain what fucking happened with you. You just explained what happened to you, but you used both male and female pronouns, so it feels like it could have happened to anyone. But it feels like it's fresh in your mind somehow. Okay, so you didn't even explain what your theory was. They're afraid of losing the connection. I guess so. Maybe they just have to be focusing on one thing all the time. Maybe she was, crying on you. She was hanging out with you and blathering on about whatever bullshit is going on with her. Probably boring the fuck out of you, but, she lets you latch onto her for a little bit, so, you guys have that sort of symbiotic relationship. But then she gets some douchebag. Yeah. And so she doesn't have to fuck with you anymore because now all she does is get fucked by this dude. Yeah. Just forget about it, man. Anyways, chicks got dudes thinking of a fucking friend zone theory. Dude's been thinking about this for fucking days. Is that they're losing the connection that they have with a person. Come on, dude. Keeping a guy friend-zoned just as a backup. Has this happened to you, or are you a girl currently doing this? I was once friend-zoned, which was fine. I wasn't expecting anything, just as I knew I wasn't entitled to anything just because we were friends of the opposite sex. Everyone knew, including her. Yet when I made an effort to find a partner, or another girl showed an interest in me, suddenly her attitude changed. She became more flirtatious, text/rang more, and wanted to meet more. Foolishly, I ignored any new girls when this happened, and when that fizzled out, she cooled things down, and the original status quo resumed. This happened more than once. After 12 months, I finally had enough, and what started as a great friendship came to an end. Just wondered if there are any girls out there consciously doing the same to one of their guy friends with a justifiable reason why. Or if you are a guy and this has happened to you, all opinions welcome. Well, you're in the right fucking place, dude. The fucking friend zone subreddit. That's where it happens. Just go up a few posts. There's some chick that friend zoned a fucking dude. Because he paid for all his shit. Come on, why are you looking around for some chick to fucking beat up over the internet about friend zoning a guy? What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? Fucking actually reply and say that, yeah, I friend zone a guy. Can I offer any fucking real advice? I mean, just don't ignore any other new girls when this fucking happens, Date around for a while. It's fucking fine. So, next time you got other fucking girls trying to get on your dick, then don't try to fucking shove them off. Because you don't know when that's going to come around next. Alright, that's going to fucking do it for the friend zone. Everybody listening, thank you for doing just that. We will see you later.